glad he mentioned the sign down there because I've been looking at it all day. The one about when the people fear government, it's tyranny. When government fears the people, it's liberty. And we're here to send a message to our government today. I also want to call out Colleen. She's down here in the tent. She has petitions to sign to end Ohio's death tax. So make sure you do that. We shouldn't have to be doing that. We shouldn't have to be paying a tax when we've already died, on things we've already paid taxes on. Now, our next speaker is a stay-at-home mom who got mad, got active, and got involved. I'd like you to meet the founder of our Mansfield Tea Party, Marianne Gasiecki. And when an Italian gets mad, you can stand back. It's bad news.
A Sicilian to boot. We've done a lot of educating here today, and I'm going to kind of finish the day off with some of that. In 1905, a long time ago, seems like a long time ago, approximately 100 people got together in New York, and they organized the Intercollegiate Socialist Society. Chapters were established on more than 60 college, university, and campuses around the country. And the organizers explained that the ISS was set up, and I quote, to throw light on the worldwide movement of industrial democracy known as socialism. Now, socialism is defined as government ownership or control of all the means of production and distribution. And it sounds to me like that's hitting pretty close to home these days. When the violence in Russia became associated with the term socialism, the Intercollegiate Socialist Society changed their name to the League for Industrial Democracy. And with that name, they promoted the message that through nationalization, the nation's fabulous resources would become the property of the people and not for profit. Now, in spite of the U.S. Army's efforts to educate people on the difference between a republic and a democracy, the U.S. was consistently identified in the press and in our school books as a democracy. President Wilson even surrounded himself with many members of the ISS, and many of the early leaders rose to prominent positions in politics, the press, publishing houses, radio, academics. You're thinking, well, why are you telling me this? Well, we need to understand the determination, the patience, and the planning that is behind the progressive movement. It's been over 100 years since they started this movement, and they've only now become as brazen as they are today. We need to have that same determination, patience, and planning if we're going to take this country back. Now, someone once told me, and I think he's a pretty smart guy, he said that this is a marathon, and whoever stays in it the longest wins. I intend to win. And you wouldn't be here today if you didn't intend to win. This administration, this current administration, will be remembered as the one that accelerated America's dash towards bankruptcy, and it will be remembered as the one that promoted a culture of dependency. But we will be remembered as the patriots that fought back. And we will be remembered as the patriots that won. The Democratic Party has been consumed by the progressives. And let's face it, if the Republicans had been doing their job, we wouldn't need a Tea Party movement. But we need to accept some of that blame. We have the responsibility of electing statesmen, not politicians. Educate yourself. Know who you're voting for. Don't just believe what comes out of their mouth. Check their voting records. That will speak volumes. And come November, we are going to speak volumes. We are going to decide which candidates best represent our values and beliefs, and we will continue to hold their feet to the fire even after the elections are over. And if there's one thing I want you to remember, it's that we are a republic, not a democracy. A republic is governed by the rule of law. And next time you hear someone call us a democracy, set them straight. Say the words are, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, before I hand the microphone back to Barbara, I just want to say on a more personal note how grateful I am to have participated with you this past year in this movement, how truly blessed I feel to be standing shoulder to shoulder with you, fighting for our beliefs. Your friendships and support have been wonderful, and many of you have become very dear friends to me. So I thank you for your continued support. We have a long battle ahead of us, and I'll be right there with you. Thank you.